Dear students, and welcome to our science program. Today we will have general revision about our science course. We will have revision about concepts of motion and mirrors and lenses and universe and cell division. So let's start our general revision. First, we will start with complete. Okay. The product of multiplying speed of an object and time. What is the product of multiplying speed and time? Try to think. Right, it's distance. So distance is the product of multiplying speed and time. Next one. Space is the distance covered in unit of time. So here we have two factors, distance and time. So the answer is speed. Speed is the distance covered in unit of time. Next one. Space and space are from units of speed and velocity, while space is the unit of acceleration. Okay, here in speed and velocity, speed equal distance over time, and velocity displacement over time. So the measuring unit will be meter per second, kilometer per hour. Okay, acceleration is the change of speed of object at unit of time. So the measuring unit is meter per second square, or we can say kilometer per hour square. Next one. The distance time graph of uniform speed is represented by space line passing through space point. Okay, distance time graph of uniform speed. Here we have a graph between distance and time. So in uniform speed, it will be represented by, right, straight line passing through origin point. Next one. The speed time graph of uniform speed is represented by, okay, here we have a graph of uniform speed and the relation between speed and time. Here, uniform speed is a constant speed. So the graph would be straight line parallel to, right, time axis. Straight line parallel to time axis. Next one. Space and space are scalar quantities, while space and space are vector. Okay, scalar physical quantities are quantities that are identified by magnitude only, without direction. And vector quantities are quantities that are identified by magnitude and direction. So, if you want some examples of scalar quantities, we have mass and time. They can be identified only by their magnitude without direction. But force and acceleration, they need magnitude and direction. So they are vector quantities. Next one. Space is the covered distance in constant direction, and it's a vector quantity. Okay, of course we knew that distance only is scalar quantity. It has only magnitude. But when distance has a constant direction between 2 points, in this case it will be vector and called displacement. Called what? Displacement, because displacement is a vector quantity that has magnitude and specific direction. Next one. Space is the value of displacement at unit time and its vector. Okay, at unit time means over time. Displacement over time is velocity, which is a vector quantity. It identified by its magnitude and direction. Next one. Space is the rate of a change of distance, while space is the rate of change of displacement. Okay, here rate of change means changing this quantity with time. So, rate of change of distance, or in other words, distance over time, is speed. Rate of change of displacement, it means changing displacement with time. So, displacement over time, velocity. Don't forget, speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is vector. Next. The two factors to describe motion are space and space. Okay, we can describe motion, of course, by speed. And speed is distance over time. So, the two factors that are needed to describe motion are distance and time. Next one. Okay, when an object moves at constant uniform speed, it doesn't change its speed without increasing or decreasing. This means that its acceleration equal. Okay, acceleration means changing object speed. In this case, the object doesn't change its speed, so there is no acceleration, or in other words, acceleration equal 0. The relation between speed and distance is space proportional, while the relation between speed and time is space proportional. Okay, in science we have two relations, directly and inversely. So, the relation between speed and distance is directly proportional. Why? Because increasing distance, increasing speed. And the relation between speed and time is inversely proportional. Why? Because increasing the time decreases speed. So, the relation between them is inversely proportional. Next one. Image that is formed in convex mirror will be space and space and space. Okay, in convex mirror, if we put the object at any distance from convex mirror, the properties of image still constant. So we use it as a side mirror for the car. So here, the properties of the formed image in convex mirror will be virtual, upright, and smaller than the object. They are constant properties. Next one. You can see your image in a mirror or water surface due to, okay, here we have an important phenomenon that form the image. Here, it's light reflection. Light reflection. Next one. Concave mirror, space light rays, while convex mirror, space light rays. Okay, concave mirror is called converging mirror. So, it converges or collects light rays, while convex mirror diverges light rays. Next one. The point that is in the middle of the reflecting surface of concave mirror is called what? The point at the middle of the surface itself of the mirror. This point is called pole of the mirror. Pole of the mirror is the point which is at the center or at the middle of the surface of the mirror. Okay, the radius of the concave mirror equals space of its focal length. Of course, we knew that focal length is half the radius. So, the radius equal double or twice of its focal length. Next one. A parallel light ray to the principal axis of a concave mirror will reflect through. Try to think what will happen if light ray falls parallel to principal axis of the mirror. Right, it will reflect through focus point. Light rays that falls parallel reflects in focus. if the angle between incident ray and the reflecting surface is 20. So the angle of reflection equal, okay, here the angle between normal and reflecting surface is 90. So 90 minus 20 equal 70 degree. Angle of reflection equals 7 degree. And by the way, angle of incidence also equal 70 because angle of incidence equal angle of reflection. Next one. A spherical mirror with radius 80 centimeters. Its focal length is, okay, here the radius is double focal length. So if the radius, its length is about 80 centimeters, so focal length will be half of it. So it will be 40 centimeters. Don't forget, focal length is half the radius. An object is placed at the center of curvature of concave mirror. So the properties of its image are, okay, when the object is placed at the center of curvature of concave mirror, image also will be formed at the center, and its properties are real, inverted, and equal in size. Real, inverted, and equal in size. Next, the focal length of the convex lens equal distance between space and space. Okay, it's the definition of the focal length. So here, focal length is the distance between focus and optical center. In the case of convex lens, focal length is the distance between focus and optical center. Next one. If the focal length of a convex lens is 10 centimeters, so radius will be, of course, perfect. It will be 20 centimeters because radius is double focal length. Short-sighted person needs medical eyeglasses with space lens. Okay, here in the case of short sight, image is formed in front of retina. So we want to make the image to be formed on the retina. So we will use concave lenses. So correction of short-sighted is by concave lenses. Cataract disease is result of space and space. Okay, cataract is darkness of eye lens. It occurs by many reasons like old age and illness. Also we have other reasons that like side effects of drugs and genetics. So from reasons of cataract disease or darkness of eye lens, old age and illness. Stars move in fixed orbits around the center of. Okay, planets revolve around the sun, but stars move around center of galaxy. Stars move around center of galaxy. The scientist that made the Napier theory is, what is the name of the scientist that made Napier theory? Of course, Laplace. Laplace is the scientist that made Napier theory that explained the origin of the solar system. Next one. Gametes contain space number of chromosomes. Okay, gametes are produced by meiosis division. It's a reduction division. It decreases number of chromosomes. So, in this case, gametes contain half number of chromosomes, which is n. In metaphase, space are arranged along cell equator. Here I said metaphase, not metaphase 1. Metaphase of mitosis, chromosomes arranged along cell equator. But don't forget, in metaphase 1 of meiosis, chromosomes pairs arranged along cell equator, but only in metaphase chromosomes are arranged. Number of chromosomes in human body cell is space chromosomes, while gametes is. Okay, of course, in somatic cell or body cell, it contains complete number of chromosomes, which is 2n. So, here we have 2n chromosomes equal 46. But gametes, just n or 23. So, somatic cell, 2n, which is 46 chromosomes, and gametes in human, n. In space, there is no gravity, so our weight equal perfect, 0, because there is no gravity. Bacteria reproduce asexually by space, while breed mold by space. Okay, here we are talking about some methods of asexual reproduction. So, in the case of bacteria, it's binary fission in bacteria. But in breed mold by spores or spores propagation in the case of breed mold. Next. The spindle fibers in the animal cell are formed from space, while in plant cell composed from cytoplasm at the cell space. Okay, animal cell contains body called centrosome. Centrosome is responsible for forming spindle fibers during the division of animal cell. But due to absence of centrosome from the plant cell, so spindle fibers are formed from cytoplasm at the cell poles. Fertilization is a combination of space and space. Okay, fertilization is an important process to form zygote in sexual reproduction. So here, fertilization is combination between male gametes and female gametes, of course, to form zygote. The spindle fibers are formed during cell division, during space, and disappear during space. Okay, during cell division, the first time to see spindle fibers in prophase. Prophase spindle fibers are starting to be formed, but they disappear in telophase. This is the end of the division, so there is no need for spindle fibers. Okay. What are the properties of image formed in plane mirror? Okay, plane mirror, okay, its properties are of the image. Here, virtual, upright, equal in size, reversed or laterally inverted, distance between the object and the mirror, equal distance between the image in the mirror, and finally, the straight line that joins between the object and the image is perpendicular on the reflecting surface of the mirror. What's meant by? Let's start. Average speed of a car is 70 kilometers per hour. Okay, average speed, of course, it's ratio between total distance and total time. So, in this case, the ratio between total distance covered by the car and the total time is 70. The ratio is 70. Next one. Focal length of the mirror is 4 centimeters. What's meant by right? It means distance between focus of the mirror and its pole is 4 centimeters. By the way, it means also that radius will be 8 centimeters because radius is double the focal length. Next one. Moving car covers distance 100 kilometers in 2 hours. Okay, here we have a moving car. It covers distance 100 kilometers and time 2 hours. So, it means we can calculate its speed. The speed of this car will be 50 kilometers per hour. Speed equal distance over time. Next one. What's meant by body moves with uniform acceleration? Okay, acceleration itself means changing object speed with time. But here, uniform acceleration, it will be perfect. The speed of the object changes by equal values. Here, the change of speed equal values in equal intervals of time. So, in this case, we have uniform or regular acceleration. Next. The object covers equal distances at equal periods of time. Okay, it's easy one. When the object covers equal distance in equal time, of course, it moves with right. The object moves with uniform speed or regular speed. Next one. The radius of curvature of concave mirror is 30. What's meant by the radius is equal 30 centimeters? Okay. It means the distance between center of mirror curvature and the pole is 30. And by the way, not only the pole, any point on the mirror. In this case, when the radius is equal 30 centimeters, it means focal length will be right, 15 centimeters. Image of an object which is formed by concave mirror is equal, inverted, and real. Okay, when the image is equal, inverted, and real, so the object here is placed at center of curvature of the mirror, because when the object is at the center, image also will be formed at the center, and its properties is real, inverted, and equal in size. Next one, the plane need more amount of fuel more than usual. Planes or aeroplanes needs more amount of fuel more than usual. Why? That means the plane flies in opposite direction of wind, moving opposite to wind, consuming more amount of fuel, and of course increasing the time. Give reason for. Speed is a scalar quantity while velocity is vector. Of course, scalar quantities that identified by magnitude only, while vector quantities identified by magnitude and direction. So, what is the reason of speed is a scalar? Right? Because speed needs magnitude only, while velocity needs magnitude and direction. Next one. It's difficult to measure regular speed of the moving car practically. Why? Of course, because the moving car needs to speed up or slow down according to the traffic. It's difficult to move with uniform speed all times. Time of flights differs between the same cities. Of course, these phenomena related to wind direction, because flying in opposite direction of wind decreases the speed and increasing time of flights. Next one. The word ambulance is written laterally inverted on cars. Why? Try to think. Perfect. To be corrected in the front mirrors of the drivers. To be corrected in the front mirrors of the drivers. Convex lens is converging lens. Why we call convex lens by converging lens? Perfect. Because it collects light rays in one point which is focus. When parallel light rays fall on convex lens, They are collected in one point called focus. So we call it, yes, converging lens. Short-sighted person is treated or corrected by concave lens. Okay, in short sight, image is formed in front of retina. So we use concave lens to diverge light rays and form the image on the retina to be clear. Next one. Long-sighted person is treated by convex lens. In the case of long-sighted person, image is formed behind the retina. So we want to converge light rays